Good afternoon, everybody. Today we're going to be making, we're prepping for tomorrow's dinner. So we are going to be doing a creamy crock pot potato soup. And you want to get your crock pot. You want to go ahead and add your, you can put chicken in it if you want to. You don't have to, but I go ahead and make mine with chicken in it. However much chicken you want. And then I'm going to go ahead and, so I'm going to teach you a trick real quick. So with potatoes, you know how when you're dicing your potatoes and they start to get brown, always put it in a bucket of water. So that way your potatoes don't go brown. So we're going to go ahead and add those in. Got my handy dandy little strainer here. I'm going to go ahead and dump the water out of them. Here's the best I could. Got the majority of the water out of it. I'm going to go ahead and add my potatoes in here. And if there's a little bit of water going in, it's okay. Alright. Go ahead and mix the chicken and since it's a lot, it will cook down. So yeah, it might seem like a lot right now, but it'll cook down. Don't mind how I look today. It's been a busy day for me. Busy, busy, busy. All right. And to make my life a little easier, since there is a lot of stuff going on in the pan, so you want to get any chicken stock or chicken broth, don't matter. It doesn't have to be the cooking kind, just any will do. I'm gonna go ahead and pour this in here to make, normally you would pour it directly into there, but there's a lot going on in that pan. So I'm gonna go ahead and mix what I need to here and then pour it over there. All right, we're gonna hit it with some garlic. Go ahead and add our, of course I forgot to open it. Let everything go along. And if you have to add more seasonings later when it's getting close to being done, then you can. I just like to go ahead and add my seasonings now so that it can marinate, you know, overnight. Marinate the chicken and the potatoes. So here I got the liquid smoke. Here I have the Worcestershire sauce. I'm going to come back and hit it with some, it's off-brand of Old Bay. They didn't have any Old Bay when I went to the store. And then I'm going to, you can use any seasonings you like, so applewood, And then I'm going to add some minced onions. There we go. Put all this stuff to the side. Mila, go lay down. Don't tell me no, go lay down. Alright. We're going to give it a good mix. And then we want 4 tablespoons of butter. That off to the side. I swear my dog acts like she's from Ethiopia. She acts like she's starving all the time, and she's not. She's got 2 food dishes. I swear. My animals, no joke, they would rather eat what we're eating than their own food. I can't tell you how many times we have wasted money on food for these animals. And they just won't eat it. They won't eat it. They'd rather have my cooking. You're spoiled, aren't you? You're spoiled. Are you spoiled? She's looking at me. These are just add a little bit of veggies to it. That's good enough. And like I said, it may seem like a lot, but it will cook down. Here, I dropped a carrot. Here. Alright, you can go ahead and pour this in here. Right. Here we go. And she is ready to go. So I'm going to let this marinate overnight and then put it on in the morning. If you want to cook it for anywhere, you can cook it on low or high. And you cook it long enough. Usually on low, you want to cook it for 4 to 6 hours. Or I mean on high 4 to 6 hours, and then on low would be 6 to 8 hours, but my crock pot loves to cook quicker than any other crock pot I've ever owned. So there's that. That's done until tomorrow. And I want to show you something before I go. A trick. Okay, so every peeler, just about every peeler, has an eye in it, right? This little eye right here. Now what that is for is, say that you got, you know, of course this one doesn't have it, but say this is a dark spot, like a rotten spot, you could use this to carve it out. Of course, I didn't do a perfect job, but you use that tip to carve it out, and it's still a useful potato. Now this potato is going to go in with my pet rats because it'd be good for their teeth to grow nonstop, so it'd be good for them to munch on something hard to kind of grind down those teeth. So, all right, we will see you tomorrow. Bye. Good day, everybody. Welcome back to the second part of our video here. So we've got our creamy chicken potato salad. So it's just about done. So about 30 minutes before it is completely done. Look how good it looks. All right, so about 30 minutes before it's completely done, what we want to do is add a little bit of vinegar to it, not much, about 1 teaspoon. Go ahead and give that a good mix. We're going to set this off to the side because we're going to create something to put in it. All right, so moving on to the next part. So you want to go ahead and get you a little bowl, and what you want to do is get you some heavy cream. You want to do about a 1/2 cup of heavy cream. So basically what we're doing is we're taking it from like we're taking it to the creamy side. Sorry, I couldn't get the verbiage out there for a second. So we're making it creamy now. So there's the 1/2 cup of that. And then you want 2 tablespoons of cornstarch. Forgot to get my little guy out of here. Go ahead and give that a good whisk. So what's this going to do is between the heavy cream and the cornstarch, it's going to thicken up the sauce that's already in there. It smells so good. So you want to go ahead and add this mixture in. Alright, we're going to go ahead and give it a stir carefully. It smells so good. See how I've made it kind of a creamy look? Alright, so now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and cook it for another 30 minutes. Get my timer going here. So we're going to go ahead and let that cook for 30 minutes. And then once 30 minutes is up, what you want to do is turn the crock pot off, take the insert out. Of course, wear mittens because it is hot. Take it out of the crock pot, the insert, and then let it rest for about 5 minutes. And then once we do that, we add cream cheese and regular cheese, which we will do that together as soon as this is done. But I'll be back after it's cooled for about 5 minutes. Alright, welcome back. So I let it rest for about more than 5 minutes. So I put it in a bigger pan so that way it's easier to mix. And I'm actually feeding a crew today, that's why it's so big. That's why I made so much. So that's what it should look like. So you always want to make sure it rests before adding the cream cheese and the regular cheese in, because if not, it'll curdle and you don't want that. So, and here I have some cream cheese. Let's go ahead and, I find it easier to break it off in pieces and just kind of put them all over. Because you still want it kind of warm, so that way it melts the cream cheese. But yet you don't want it so hot that it curdles your cream cheese. And it's a full 8 ounce of cream cheese. Cream cheese off my fingers. We're going to go ahead and give this a good stir. It smells so good. Trying to break up some of the cream cheese here. Trying to break it up. I picked a good day to make a soup, that's for sure. Right now we're dealing with a nor'easter coming through and pretty nasty outside. Cloudy, rainy, windy. Alright. Make sure it's all broken up here. You see how it turned creamy since I added the cream cheese? So now, let's go ahead and add the cheese. So 8 ounces of shredded cheese, just regular shredded cheese. Going in. You could use any vegetables you would like in this, or if you don't want to add chicken, I mean, you really can make it your own. Look at that stringy cheese. Here, let me get a little plate out so I can show you. It'd be easier to show you on a plate than it would be in a bowl. Nice and stringy. And there's your chicken potato soup. And that's all I have for you today. Happy cooking, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye.